My name is Walt Bardsley. I was an engineer aboard the battleship Pennsylvania in the dry dock in Pearl Harbor. The day of the attack, about 7 minutes to 8, the whole ship was waiting to go to what they call quarters so they could have a muster. And about that time, we heard a big blast. I actually didn't see the ship blow, the Arizona. We heard the blast, and then of course they passed the word to go to your battle stations. And being in dry dock, we weren't going anywhere. But then the next one came in and they bombed us. They tried to blow us up like the Arizona. It missed by about 10 inches. They hit the armor plate instead of getting underneath it and hitting the ammunition. And put a big dent in the plate, and it killed approximately 42 people and somewhere around 65 wounded. And did some damage. And of course the dry dock caught on fire because those two tin cans that were next to it, the destroyers, their ash cans that they dropped when submarine blew up, which started a big fire. By flooding the dry dock, they put the fire out and cooled our ammunition down. Myself, my battle station, I had to go all the way down to the bottom of the ship in the boiler rooms to furnish the steam for the turbines. We got down there, and then that's when we felt the blast. And it felt like the ship, that you could almost say, felt like it jumped off the blocks it was sitting on. But and we wondered what it was, and fortunately, like I say, it did a lot of damage, but it didn't make the ship blow up. And when all the battle was over with, there was just 2 of us battleships out of 11 that was able to fight. One could only shoot 2 turrets out of the 4, and we were the only one that was completely undamaged. I mean, all we did is fix up the sides for repairs, and we were back in business. When they finally let us out at 4 o'clock, being down in the boiler rooms, we got up there, and as we looked around, well, naturally, all the sailors did cry. All you could see was the sunken ships, and by that time they picked up all of the bodies off around the sea, so we didn't see any of that. But we did see the Arizona burn, and the Oklahoma was completely turned over, and 2 other ships had sunk themselves right down to the mud to keep from turning over. So it was quite a mess, and it stayed that way. That evening, I had the 12 to 4 watch in a boiler room, and as I come off watch, they sent me up to the armory, which battleships carried an army, and they can put a landing force ashore. And they got my name and said, if you hear the word await a boarding party, he said, you report up here and we'll give you a rifle, a bayonet, and ammunition, and in case the Japanese landed, that's where you're going. Well, you can figure I had 45 minutes of bayonet practice at training, and that was 2 years ago, and go against a Japanese soldier. Things would have been a little tough. So we thank the Lord that they didn't land, but they did expect to land. As they said, they woke a sleeping giant, and instead we fought back and got them back, and they really paid the price for it.